Exactly. So next up, the Carlos Baleba stuff. So not really too much update when it comes to Carlos Baleba, but still, it looks like Man United are full steam ahead. It was really interesting. I was talking to Flex about this before we went live. That David Ornstein was talking on the Athletics podcast about transfers and what have you, and he was sort of saying, well, with this Baleba thing, we're hearing on both sides, and he kind of had to clarify his initial report. He said, at no point did we say in our initial reporting that there was Man United were going to put a bid in, had put a bid in, or they'd heard from Brighton that there was a deal to be done. Rather, it was just United were exploring the possibility of what it would take to sign him and if that was feasible. And he really added a lot of caution with this Baleba thing, where he sort of said, well, I'm hearing from people not just on the Brighton side, but also on the United side, both got sort of going, this one is really unlikely, it's really unlikely. Yet, despite all of that, despite both sides insisting that it's a difficult deal, insisting that it's unlikely, it won't go away.
Mm-hmm.
It won't go away, which is really interesting because if it was really unlikely, you would think it would get nipped in the bud within a day or two. Within a day or two, it'd be like, we looked at it, it's a non-starter, we're moving on to something else. We're going to sell some players, and then we will actually have some funds, and we can at least get one more in, and we would probably know better who that one more would be at this point. Yet, it's not going away. We're still hearing new reports from credible journalists going, no, United are still talking, and they're preparing themselves for fresh talks with Baleba's entourage to see what it would look like, to see if they could make it work, with Brighton to see again. Yes, we're aware it's expensive, but maybe you're best off doing it now and you get ahead of things for next season. How can we work with you? So I really don't know where I stand on this one at this point, Flex, in terms of if I think it's going to happen or not. Because the only thing that's stopping me from going, definitely not going to happen, is the fact that it's not going away. It's
still there as a story. It's still there bubbling,
all we're hearing is that it's really unlikely. Yet they're still like, but they're still talking. It's really unlikely, but it's still talking. Okay. Like I guess Alexander Isak a couple of weeks ago, like the Liverpool bid went in, got rejected, and they're not going to put another one in. Everyone thought, remember you said on the Football Flex, scan and subscribe. You said like, it's not going to happen. He'll stay then. And next thing you know, now it's like, well, he's never playing for Newcastle again.
Yeah.
So
I believe that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. What do you think?
I think as long as someone like Ornstein, I'll just be honest, as long as India Kayla, let's be honest, they're the ones who broke it. So we're looking at what they're Indy Kayla. Yes. And of course our go-tos in terms of Ornstein, Romano, but especially Ornstein, until he comes back out with the update of that deal completely off the table, as it seemed unattainable or unreachable to get the figures that Brighton are demanding. Siren, Man United stop pursuit of Baleba for this summer and intend to go back in next year. Whatever that cutoff point is, I'm just there for it. I'm there for it. Like I just feel like until it's not, it's been made a thing by serious people. So until they unmake it a thing, I take it as we're trying. What I do know is with something as big as this, as soon as we stop trying, that will be news. As soon as it's like they've been speaking for like 3 weeks now, there's been no movement, Man United turn attention to other options. There'll be something like that. And if I'm honest, if like deep down, I am a believer, but if I'm being like honest with myself, I think that's probably what we'll hear. And then it's the thing of, you really want Baleba, but you want to get a 6. Do you get, I don't want to say stopgap 6 because you have to go and spend money, so it's hard. But if you really want him, would they just say, right, nah, we couldn't get him, so let's strengthen. Maybe then they do go, we can't get him, let's go get a goalkeeper instead. I don't know, because we really want him. But also what we do know is the fact that they've picked up the phone to see what a deal looks like with Brighton means that with the players that they're expecting to sell, not plus anything really, the players are expecting to sell, which is how they're probably going to finance this deal, there's going to be money there. There's going to be money there. So really, if it ain't Baleba, we should be seeing another 6. We should have to move on to option B or option 2. But Baleba seems like the one they really want. And like I said, I was told that before this all came out, before we came to the forefront, was told that on tour. And then it transpires into now that they're actually trying. So that fits. I was told that Jason Wilcox, was saying, bit of me.
From early.
We really,
early.
From way before this. And if you think, you're just saying that now, you know me, I don't do things for clout. I'll just be honest. And I don't say these things because I don't do things for I want to respect, like, I've been told this. I don't run and say, I just got told this publicly. We might have conversations here on the channel within, but, which we all do. Me, Owen, KG, and others, even Josh, because he's there and privy to some conversations. But I'm just not one to do breaking news and say I'm this, and I just don't do that. But once it's said, I'll be honest. And then that, just to say that it's been matching up with what I've been told. And that's not in all cases. That's just only the cases that I say. I'm not in the know. I'm not this. Sometimes you just get things. And that was something we got. And to see Man United go this strong for him, legitly, makes me happy, at least, But I'm under the understanding, my heart to heart, Owen, to answer your question, bro. I'll be real, man. I think it's going to be too difficult to do. I would love it. I would be doing cartwheels, but or as close to, because I'm not good at gymnastics, but I'm not very flexible. But I'd definitely be celebrating, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, then the question becomes, okay, so if we don't do it because of all of those reasons, do we wait? Can we afford to wait? Can we afford to wait? Are we?
Do they want him that bad that they wait?
Yeah, that they wait. Are we? Because back in the day, United could wait an extra. Like Ruud van Nistelrooy gets injured, does his knee, and United wait, right? Because we're still Man United. We can still wait for the player. It's not going to jeopardize us not getting in European spots or anything like that. But then that's not really the case at the moment, is it? We really need him. And he would be, you would hope, a transformational signing for our team. So do United pivot and then try, like those rumours to suggest, maybe Adam Wharton? Like you said, do they just shift priorities and go, okay, we will wait and we'll go get a goalkeeper then, and we'll have a look at a Donnarumma because we think now we can get some money? Like, what do we do in that regard? I'm not sure. And that's why I say the interesting thing is that it hasn't gone away over the last couple of days. So sometime you would think within that next week or two, there has to be that report from Ornstein or whoever to say, it's not happening. Definitely not. But
what, for it to be off?
But as long as we hear nothing, I don't know.
I really just wait, isn't it?
Yeah, I really don't know what to think about it. And obviously next year comes with difficulties too, doesn't it? Because next year, if Brighton say, right, you can leave, everyone's going to be after him. And a year, as we can attest to as Man United fans, absolutely, over the last year, a year's a really long time in football. This time last year, Eric Ten Hag was still our manager. We were in the Community Shield, just lost on penalties against City, but we were like, we were all right that game actually. And the last season was just a bad season. Look at these signings we've made this summer. I'm feeling a bit optimistic actually. It's not going to be too bad. 15th worst Premier League season ever. So a year's and in that time we've sacked the manager, sacked the sporting director, sacked a bunch of employees. New people have come in, new people have got power, got a new manager. We play a completely different formation that we can't even remember the days of playing a back four anymore. Academy players have left, in Rashford, and Garnacho's going to leave. And like a lot can happen in a year. And I suppose maybe that's part of Man United's negotiations too, of saying a lot can happen in a year. Maybe in looking at it the other way, maybe Carlos Baleba doesn't have the best season because of all of this transfer speculation, and we're like, we can get him cheaper. We can get him cheaper now. Next summer, a bit like when we did sign Sancho from Dortmund. One year, it was 100 million they wanted. Next summer, it was like 70, wasn't it? It's like, a year makes a big difference in things because of contracts as well. So I'm not sure. I really don't know. I feel like for United fans to get back into that kind of like fever pitch for Baleba, there's going to have to be that kind of top tier journalist that comes out and says, right, United have actually they've heard something, they're going for it. Like the thing said yesterday, if United put in a bid, there's clear feeling we can do this. We can actually do this deal. The longer that the no bid remains, you get quite skeptical, and that's what happened. That was like Šeško, wasn't it? When we were talking before, Šeško, oh, you know, you got to tell us if you want it, and we were like, we haven't put a bid in though. I don't know. Newcastle, they put 2 bids in. We're not.
That was mad. That Šeško thing, you know.